Good morning, America. Good afternoon from Germany. And today is a special Friday, an important Friday because it's the first Friday of a month. And on every first Friday of a month, we will have non-farm payrolls. Unfortunately, as I told you yesterday, I wasn't able to be live during the news because I had a one-on-one session with one of my clients. First session, always interesting to see how the clients are doing when they have their first meeting with me. But I was watching on my second screen non-farm payrolls and the outcome, and I saw that the markets were down, that Euro USD was down, and I had position in both instruments, and I was happy because I knew that my targets were hit and that I made money while I was teaching. So let's have a look at the markets and see what happened, and then we will have the opening in already 5 minutes. So here we see Nasdaq future. You see my profits here in micro Nasdaq, 3,700 since yesterday. Huge drop to the downside. My target was here at the 50% Fibonacci level, 11,835, and we even dropped here to the 61% Fibonacci level, you can see, and this acted as a support, you can see. And we are now back at the purple line here. This is a 9 EMA line, and we are trying to recover here. Some of you asked me if I'm already in a long position. No, I didn't turn in a long position yet. I first want to see that we have confirmation of a reversal, and then I would turn my position to a long. So I have no position at the moment. You see 0. My position is closed. I've taken out my short position. We opened this position together yesterday, you can remember. And I can show you, sorry, my voice is still not back 100%. And I can show you my trade here. Here it is. I bought back my 8 MNQs and my 2 NQs here, right when the news came out, you can see. This was 20 seconds and 35 seconds after the news were out. I made $4,141 and $9,666. So together a nice profit of about $13,700 in one trading day. Not too shabby. Yeah, let's see what the last day of trading this week can bring us. I have no FOMO, so I'm not pressed to what is the word I wanted to say? I'm not in a hurry, so I don't have to go in a long position right now. I can wait for Monday to enter it. But let's go to a day chart just to see it, to bring this up here. So what we see is we had now what I was waiting for to come back, to re-enter, and it was a nice level here, and it is still a nice level to enter a long trade. It's not bad, but I first want to see that this is really the bottom. So we can still pull back till here or 100%. Everything can happen. And this is why I don't have to take this long trade right before the weekend. I can still wait for Monday and enter it at the same level or maybe a little bit higher. It's not a problem when I'm aiming for 12,500 or 13,000. So therefore I can still wait and maybe enter this trade in the March future, not in December 16th expiry. So therefore maybe I will just watch today, just be happy about my winnings and enjoy my weekend. And then on Monday, next week, new trading week, I will maybe enter the long trade. So just to inform you, no position right now. Okay, that's it here. Let's see the news. We haven't talked about the news. Why was it dropping so hard? We talked about it yesterday, but I will show you again. Here are the news, and the news were 221k. This is a lot above the expected 190k, and you know, better than expected means worse for the market because more inflation risk. We see the same unemployment rate, but a lot more non-farm payrolls than expected, and therefore more inflation risk, more fear of higher interest rate hikes, and yeah, that's it. So non-farm payrolls, you see here 263k versus 200k, also a lot higher than expected, like private non-farm payrolls. Average hourly earnings also a lot higher, half a percentage point higher. So yeah, a lot of inflation risk from this here. And yeah, altogether not good for the market. So we can still go lower because the news are really, really bad for the market. But as it was the same like on Wednesday, when the market just rallied to the upside with no reason, today it went to the downside without any bigger reason, because yeah, the fears are there, but they are there for almost more than a month. So therefore, sometimes these huge movements are sometimes really stupid. Let's look at FedWatch tool and then see the market open. Market is open now. Let's switch here to a 1 minute, and dip buyers already stepping in here. So if you want to take on a long position, it's not too bad. Yeah, we have the breakout above the last highs here. It's looking better now for the bulls, but we are still below VWAP. You see here at 11,900 is volume weighted average price. To have more safety, we should close above, because the first minutes sometimes are just false breakouts. And we see now here with FedWatch tool that we shifted a little bit back to 74.7% expectation for 50 basis points interest rate hike at the next Federal Reserve meeting in 12 days. Yesterday it was 78%. I can remember above 80% yesterday, but maybe it was 78% at the closing. So yeah, it went a little bit back, about 4 percentage points, yeah, and shifted here to 75 basis points, but I don't think that we will see 75 basis points. After the speech of Jerome Powell, I think we will stick with 50 basis points, and yeah, it's just a small expectation shift because of the numbers of non-farm payrolls. That's it. So if you have questions, always ask them here in the live chat, and then I can answer them for you. And let's go to Euro USD. Where is it? My chart here. So here we can see the same. I had an open position at the lower level. So I was about to be at the entry level again, but I'm still in the red overall, even if I'm $900 in the green today. So waiting for lower levels. Let's see. We're still in an uptrend here, even if it's a red candle. But Euro weakened a little bit today, and US dollar got stronger because of the strong labor market data. Yeah, let's see where we close the week. I'm still bullish for US dollar and bearish for Euro, but maybe we will see the shift here. Then I will have to leave my short position. What else do we have? Let's see the major stocks of Nasdaq, for example, Apple here. Apple is in the red 1%. Let's see Tesla. I wanted to short it yesterday and yeah, I missed it. Sorry, this is the wrong one. This is SPX. I want to have Tesla. Tesla on the day chart. We are down almost nothing, almost break even. Interesting. Yeah, they had the same presentation tonight for me. It was 1 a.m. But I've rewatched the most interesting parts. Yeah, it wasn't really interesting for me because I'm not a truck driver, and there was no major news for yeah, about the semi. So all the things we knew already. So not how many trucks they will deliver, how many. Yeah, how the capacity of the battery is, and so on. So yeah, we will see when Musk will publish more information. I'm still waiting for my order to be triggered. So unfortunately, we didn't reach my level of yesterday. I entered $3.35 for my January expiry of a 250 short call, and we barely didn't reach the level because the high point was 198.92, so we missed it by $1. Yeah, sometimes it's like this. Last time we just overshot it by 80 cents, and this time we were below with $1, but it shows the weakness. So we have problems to go back to the 200 level, and maybe we will reach it next week. Let's see. Maybe we will overshoot it for more this time. But that's the interesting thing with options. You don't have to be at the right spot. The only thing is that I have the time in my favor. So every day passing by is in my favor because there's tether decay. And when I am selling a 250 call, then Tesla can go up to 250 until January expiry. And if it didn't reaches 250, then I will still make 100% of the earned premium. So I have time because the time is running against the stock and not running against my position when I short an option. So I missed this one, but I got a good one as you have seen with the Nasdaq short. So this time the directional trade was a more interesting one. And the other one, maybe you have seen it, I posted it on Discord. I can show you the other trade from yesterday. So here are the other trades from yesterday. I closed another trade I had open for more than 4 weeks here, a $100 strike put on a stock option. But the more interesting things are here. Just take a little bit of water before I explain. The other interesting things are here, the 0 DTE options I traded yesterday. You have seen it because we catch this in the live stream. I entered at 130 and 150, and right when it closed the live stream there were more major news, but I had to close the live stream because I was coughing. And then we reached my third target. We talked about this level because I entered the price limit while I was live at $1.75. You see, right when the news came out, it was 4 p.m. my time. It was 10 a.m. Eastern time. The limit was hit, so I was in with my full position with 6 contracts. You can see here 2, 2, and 2 with 6 contracts. And 12 minutes after the news, there was this downfall. You see here, I will go back to yesterday. This is Nasdaq. Let's go to SPX. It's Nasdaq here. Let's go to SPX. Maybe it's easier to see in the Nasdaq chart. You see here, right after the opening, there was the news. We hit the high point of the day, and then there was a downfall. And then 12 minutes after the news, my whole position was closed with 80% profit. So I was able to buy back all these 0 DTE bear call spreads for 30 cents. So the difference between 130, 150, 175 and 30 cents was my profit. So I made $695 in about, what was it, 45 minutes, because if I take the time from the first trade was at the opening, it was less than 45 minutes. I made about $700 with this 0 DTE option trade here. Yes, it was risky because you see my short strike was at 4,130, so only 30 points above the high point of the day at 4,100. But you can see again that the news, the outcome of the news, are a trigger for the market participants to cause the reaction. This is what I want to see. And it was a major resistance level here, like in Nasdaq, and therefore I traded to the short side, a bear call spread. And 12 minutes after the news, trade was closed. I was out of the position. Yes, we had a recovery. I didn't trade it. I was not in my trade anymore. I had no more risk until the end of the day. This was the interesting thing. I was still in my Nasdaq short trade, and this was interesting for today because today we had the good news from the labor market and therefore the downfall of Nasdaq and Euro USD. And you see, I made some big profits today with this position from yesterday. You can still see the opening levels here. We caught it not at the best price, but almost at the high points of the day. I think the high point of Nasdaq, what was it? 12,144, something like this. Let's look back. Yesterday, high point. 12,144.75. Was the high point. And our entry point, or my entry point here, was 127, 122. It was just here before the market opened. The high point was 133. So we almost catch the high point here before market open, and then we retested it at market open, and then we had, with the news, we had the downfall. So it was a good trade. It was a nice week, and I'm already happy. My voice, terrible. So I will be live for 10 more minutes, and then I will close it. So I hope it will be better next week with my voice. but sometimes it takes its time to get healthy again. Yeah, and we see a recovery again. So it was right to think, like I thought, to be bullish overall for December, because yeah, it's a major news for today, but not for the whole month. Because I think the 50 basis points are already set for the next Federal Reserve meeting, and therefore the fear is just useless here in this point. But you now see again, Fibonacci levels are important levels. Yeah, you can draw new Fibonacci lines just to catch this movement here, just this downfall from Nonfarm payrolls. These are still the lines from yesterday. We have drawn these lines yesterday from the high points to the low points. They are still intact, as you can see, and this is why I'm working with Fibonacci levels. It's VWAP, of course, and it's Fibonacci, so that's why it is important. You see, parabolic SAR is still indicating a downtrend here, but as soon as we close above one of these dots, then it's indicating a long trend again, and ADX is about to cross. It hasn't crossed yet on a 5-minute chart, but it probably has on a 1 minute. Let's see. And yes, it has already crossed here. Right before the market opened, there was a crossing, and it's trying to establish a long trend now, gaining strength, but it's still trading sideways here. But we are above moving averages. You see, above 20, above 9 EMA line, and therefore it's trying to establish a long trend, but it's not sure yet that we will hold above VWAP. Yes, maybe I will miss an entry, a good entry for a swing trade, but I never mind when I miss for 100 points. It sounds huge, 100 points, you miss 100 points. Yes, but I will miss 100 points on a movement of 1000 points, so yeah, it really doesn't matter if you can get more safety and see that that is catching the right direction to the upside. This is what I want to see. Confirmation. I want to see confirmation. And as longer the wick is, as more I can see the confirmation. But I won't catch it today, and just waiting for Monday to enter my long trade, because even on Monday we can still have some news which bring us a little bit down, and then I can still re-enter. Everything is possible. Every day new possibilities. Okay, yeah. Liam was wondering what my thoughts are on the news. Yeah, just go back in the live stream, then you can see my thoughts on the news. So it's important for the day, but not important for the month, I think. Because in my opinion, the 50 basis points are set for Federal Reserve meeting. Therefore, I'm still bullish for the month. Yeah, also joined late. Yeah, sorry that I wasn't able to announce earlier for the live stream. But as I told you yesterday, I was in a one-on-one meeting with a client, and it was ended a little bit late. Therefore, because I couldn't know in before when it ends, I wasn't able to announce it when I will be live. Therefore, I just entered the live stream right when I closed the one-on-one session. But you can rewatch everything, so you won't miss it. You can still rewatch it when I close the live stream. Okay. Yeah, I haven't drawn new Fibonacci levels. As you can see here on the day chart, still the same Fibonacci levels. Yes, you would be able to enter the long trade here or here, but I haven't entered yet because I was in my one-on-one session, and I hadn't set a limit to enter a long trade here. It would have been a nice level, of course, yeah. Also here, but unfortunately I haven't set it, so I'm not in my long trade yet. I have time. I have nothing but time. Some of you asked me if I'm not getting in FOMO when I miss a long trade because my 10,000, what was it? My 11,375 level won't be hit anymore. Yeah, why? Why should you go in FOMO, be in fear, if you can catch a nice trade in 24 hours like I did yesterday with you together in a live stream? So we just had this nice downfall here, and we closed our, yes, maybe we closed too early, but who cares? We made money. That's it. Yeah, I made more than 10K in 24 hours, and that's nice. And that's all what you have to care about. And then you have time. You have plenty of time to wait for a good entry, because every day is a nice day to enter a trade. You just have to be patient. This is the most important thing you have to learn in trading. Patience. Not to rush in the trade. To be good in due diligence, yeah, to prepare your levels. And this is what we do all the time. 80% of the time we do this. We just look, we draw lines for rejection levels, for support levels, Fibonacci levels, and then we decide, we take a decision. Yes, sometimes we are wrong. We cannot predict every level on top at the best on point, but you see, it wasn't bad to enter a short trade yesterday at resistance level. And it wasn't bad to go out of this trade at this level, because I wasn't at my desk. So I was able to leave with a profit without seeing what happens here. I was seeing it on my second screen, of course. I could have been able to enter it manually, or to exit manually, better. But I had set my limit where I want to take my profit. And then my profit was taken out. And then we are trading higher now. So it was a good decision. That's it. That's everything I want to know. Yeah, I will enter next week my long trade probably. So I want to be without any position for the weekend, and then just wait for Monday to enter my long position, just to have some time, just to let settle the price and to see if it's really a bottom here and if we really catch back to the upside. So yes, we are trading higher now than the lows of the day, but this has nothing to say. We can still have negative news on the weekend or on Monday and still be trading lower. So you have to prepare for everything. It's not only about the important levels, because no level is the 100% level where you can say, and this is the bottom. No, the bottom can be here, the bottom can be here or lower. So there is no 100% safety, and therefore you have to prepare for everything. And this is why I want to go in the weekend without any position and just enter a new position on Monday. You can go in with a low position, it's not a problem, but I still want to have more safety and to see confirmation. And for confirmation, I want to close this daily candle here and then see what happens on Monday. You think market rally in December but go lower next year. How low do you expect it will go? Do you think it will make new lows early next year? Yes, maybe it will, because yeah, all data is showing that we will end in a recession. Yeah, maybe not now, because you see labor market is still strong. Some already say we will not see high rates of jobless claims and so on, but yeah, I think it will be different, because the problem is the high interest rate and not the high inflation rate. Labor market can deal with high inflation rate. That's not a problem for labor market. But it's a problem for the companies that the interest rates are high, because it's a problem for consumers that interest rates are high, because there's a lot of credit card spending. And after Christmas, a lot of people will see their credit card payments will rise because of higher interest rates and because of Christmas presents and so on. So this will cause less spending in January, February, and so on. And housing market, we talked about this in the previous live stream. There will be a lot of problems on the housing market with these high interest rates, because more and more houses will come on the market. So there will be a lot more supply, but less demand, because less people can afford a home when they have to pay so high interest rates. And therefore, inflation will come down. But the economy also will come down with inflation together because of the high interest rates. And this takes its time, because we have seen consecutive interest rate hikes of 75 basis points. It's insane. It's insane. Normal interest rate hikes are 25 basis points, and we have seen 75 basis points consecutive in a row. I cannot remember, it was 3, 4, or 5 times. So it's just crazy how often we have risen the interest rates. So it's at a high level, but it's still going higher. So therefore, I think in the first quarter we will see some more drop of market, and maybe we will make lower lows. It's my expectation for now, but it can change. Let's see what happens in January, February, and I don't know in which month will be the low, but I'm expecting lower lows, and to maybe retest the lows at minimum and maybe make lower lows. So at first everyone has to be sure, I'm in now, I'm in a long position because it's cheap and we have seen the lows now. So everyone has to be safe, Everyone is sure that we have seen the bottom, and then it will be like the opposite. So then we will crush to the downside again. But it takes its time, at minimum 6-8 weeks, maybe end of January, beginning of February, we will see the first things happening. So it takes its time. But just prepare for it, and prepare for no lower lows, just prepare for higher highs. So everything can happen. It's just my expectation. I don't have to be right. Everything else can happen. So I'm in the market for 16 years. There are more people in the market for longer years than me. So everything can happen. This is what I learned in the past 16 years. Everything can happen at stock exchange market. So for short term, for year-end season now, do you mean you have changed your entry level from 11,375 to 11,830? Yeah, because I don't think that we will reach the lower lows here, because you see on a daily chart, we have now higher lows and higher highs. So yeah, this was also a higher high, even if it was only some points. But yeah, it's still strong, and December is a strong month. So therefore, I don't think that we will see 11,375 points. Yeah, we missed it by about 90 points. This happens, but never mind. You have a second opportunity to enter long trade and to aim for 12,500 or 13,000 points. So you can enter it now, or you can wait for Monday. It's your decision. Yeah, don't rely on me. You have to trade on your own. You are the one who is responsible for your trading, because you will make the profit, but you will also have to take the losses. So it's not me. So it's no financial advice. So no financial advice here. Okay, nothing major thing happening. Just for the end of the live stream, let's see the news for next week, just to prepare for this, and then I will close the live stream here. Nothing important for today anymore. No 3-star events. Yes, ECB President Lagarde is speaking again this evening here. But next week will be important for us. So let's see next week. All important events. On Monday we will have what is important. Britain, no. Here, ISM non-manufacturing PMI again at 10 a.m. So half an hour after the market is open on Monday. On Tuesday, nothing major important. Some 2-star events here. And on Wednesday, nothing important. Yeah, non-farm productivity maybe. Unit labor costs. Yeah, only 2-star events, so not really important. Initial jobless claims, again, as every week. I don't think that we will see a big difference. Maybe it takes its time until mid or ends of January next year. Then we will probably see a different number here in initial jobless claims. And on Friday, PPI. So this will be important again. Maybe you can remember the last 2 months of PPI. So Friday will be an important day again next week. So Monday is important for ISM, half an hour after the market open. And Friday is important for PPI, 1 hour before the market opens. Yeah, that's for the next week. So just be prepared for the important days, and then you are almost safe. But every day something can happen. So be prepared every day for your main levels where you want to close or open a position. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have further questions, just write them below the stream and I can answer them later. Thank you for watching. Hope you had some nice profits, and have a nice start into your weekend. We will see us next week, hopefully with a better voice from my side.